Yes, what's going on, everyone? Thank you so much for joining me here at Narcissism 101 Cracking the Code with me, Paul Wisdom. All right, guys, so what we are going to talk about today, what are we going to be cracking the code on today? Well, what we are going to be talking about is the narcissist and supply and who is the new supply. Yes, I've mentioned this term many times throughout some of my videos, and some of you guys have even heard me say I'm going to make a video on this, so here it is. But before I get into it, guys, please, if you, please, I'd appreciate it if you like and subscribe. I'd also appreciate it if you want a one-on-one session. You can email me at paul.wisdom_03@hotmail.com, or you can send me a text message 647-406-3057. If you want to talk, if you have an emergency situation where you need help, then I'd be more than happy to help you. All I ask is that you please text, if you want to call, please text me first, just so that I know that it's you and you want to talk about narcissism, and then I would be more than happy to assist you with your situation. So, without further ado, let's get into it. So, we are going to be talking about today the narcissist and supply. We're going to define what is supply, and then we are going to talk about this new supply that the narcissist is now dealing with now that they moved on from you. So, first things first, what is supply? So, supply is, when you hear the word supply, usually what comes to mind is, supplies. Like, you go to the store, and let's say that you're going back to school, you go get school supplies, pencils, erasers, etc., or you get cleaning supplies, or you get different types of supplies. That's what you think about when you usually hear supply, right? Well, when we talk about narcissistic supply, what we are actually talking about is energy. That's what we are talking about. Energy is what narcissistic supply, this is what supply is. So, what does this look like in the narcissistic abusive cycle and the narcissistic relationship? So, essentially, supply is what the narcissist gets from us, the victims, the empaths, the people who have to deal with the narcissist and put up with their poor behavior. Essentially, when the narcissist is dishing out their poor behavior, when they're being rude to you, when they're gaslighting you, stonewalling you, doing the smear campaign, which is the one thing I hate about narcissists, which is when they're triangulating you, when they're doing all these things to you, they're actually getting energy. So remember what I said. Write this down if you need to. Supply is energy. That's what supply is, and that's what the narcissist is getting from when they're abusing you. They're getting energy from supply. Why is that, and how does that happen? Well, because I mentioned in many of my videos that narcissists are empty people. They are very empty. There's nothing to them. That's why it's so easy for them to move from relationship to relationship to relationship in the blink of an eye. So if you think about your relationship with the narcissist, you remember that they could just move on so easily as if nothing happened, right? And then you were left holding the bag, and you were left screaming, maybe crying, and wondering what the heck just happened here, right? Well, the truth is, it's because the narcissist. Remember what I said in my videos. Narcissists never loved you. They can't love anybody. They don't love their families. They don't love you as the person who is in the relationship with them. They don't love their siblings. They don't love their jobs. They don't love anybody. All the narcissist wants is what they can get from people. And once they get what they can from people, then they pretty much just they throw them away, and they move on so quickly as if nothing happened, right? So that's what supply is. It's energy. So going back to what I said, the narcissist is getting energy from when they're disrespecting you, when they're putting you down. It's giving them energy. When you're left explaining yourself, like let's say that you did something wrong, or you're apologizing for something you did or didn't do, the narcissist is getting energy and supply from you doing that. The narcissist also gets supply from going for walks. The narcissist gets supply from doing their work at work. The narcissist gets supply from talking to you. The narcissist gets supply from sitting beside you. The narcissist gets supply from you not even speaking to them and acknowledging them. The narcissist gets supply from pretty much anything. They can get supply from pets. They can get a lot of supply from being on their cell phone, because narcissists, majority of the time, they are on their cell phone if they're not doing anything else. The narcissists get supply from cleaning. They get supply from doing anything, guys. And like I said, remember, the narcissist is very empty. There's nothing to them. There's nothing inside of them. And that's why they need to pretend as if they are the person that you want them to be. They mimic back to you what you want to see. And so that's why the narcissist can't fall in love, and they can't maintain a stable, healthy relationship. Well, many of you are going to ask me, well, sometimes the narcissist has been with someone for 10 years, 20 years, or they've been married for 30, 40 years. Well, that's true. Sometimes that does happen. But I can assure you this, guys. I can assure you this, and pay attention to this. Many times, the reason why that happens is because the person that is dealing with the narcissist is pretty much a dull person. Like they're very dull, and they're very boring, and they've been putting up with this abuse for many years, and they've just decided to take the abuse. But why would you want to stay in a relationship where all you're doing is being abused day in and day out and all day long? Why would you want to be in a relationship with that, like that? And that's why many times and keep in mind, guys, not all that glitters is gold. So just because you may see that the narcissist is in a relationship for 30, 40 years, don't think for a second that they're happy or the person that's with them is happy. Chances are that person is just as unhappy as you were in the narcissistic relationship. Because again, the narcissist, what do? They like to they put on a show. Like you think about a magician for a minute. When you think of a magician, the magicians, they put on a show, right? A magic show, right? Well, it's exactly like the narcissist. They're putting on a show to show people what they want to see. And then once the narcissist gets what they want from those people, they just move on to somebody else. And it doesn't matter what you gave the narcissist. You could have given the narcissist the world, okay? You could have had $1 million in your bank account. You could have had anything. You could have met 100, you could have been friends with the best celebrities in the world for all I know. And the narcissist will still move on to someone else. And they'll say, oh, well, you should know that celebrity instead. Or, oh, well, that person has $1 trillion in their bank account. So see, there's no winning with the narcissist. There's no winning. And like I said, guys, when it comes down to supply, narcissists can get supply from anything. They get supply from filing divorce, filing separation, from leaving you. They get supply from anything. They just need something that will fill them up. Right? Because they're empty from their core all the way up. They're empty. There's nothing to them, right? So I hope you took notes on what supply is, okay? So that's what supply is. That's what the word supply means. So anytime you're watching a video about narcissism, or you're trying to get your cup full and understand more about the narcissistic abusive cycle, understand that supply is energy, and the narcissist gets supply/energy from anything, okay? All right, so we've covered supply. Now I've answered that question that I said I was going to talk to you guys about now. All right, the next thing we're going to talk about now is the narcissist and the new supply. I decided to tie this into one video just because I feel like if I was to do it 2 separate videos, then the videos would be too short. And I don't want the videos to be too short, where they're just like 5 minutes. I don't want that. I want them to be enough so that you guys can put it into perspective for yourselves, and you guys can understand and put sort of 2 and 2 together, okay? So now we're going to talk about the narcissist and the new supply. So what is the new supply? Well, the new supply is to put it simply to you guys, the new supply is your replacement. Now, I know that's a tough pill to swallow for some of y'all. I know that, many of you might have gotten, discarded, or the relationship ended, before, and it sucks. Sorry to hear that. I've also been through it myself, where my ex-narcissist, she discarded me. So I know what it's like, guys. I've seen this firsthand. Okay, so I understand that. I'm in your corner. I'm on your side. Okay, so now we're going to talk about the replacement. So when you guys hear about the new supply, usually, so we understand that that's the narcissist. That's who they're replacing you with. So who is the new supply? Who is this person that the narcissist is replacing you with? Well, there's some answers I can give to that. So the new supply, it can be a person who doesn't know anything about narcissism. It could be a person who's like you, an empath, and somebody who's kind, loving, and stable, and has good relationships, has everything going for them. A person like you, a good person like you, that the narcissist will never find ever and ever again. Okay, it's either that. It could be a person who the narcissist knew before. So, for example, it could be an ex. It could be someone the narcissist knew from their past. It can be one of those people who hasn't yet found out what narcissism was, because if they did, they wouldn't want anything to do with the narcissist, right? Yeah, so that's what that other person is, or the other person. The third option is that it can the new replacement can be a narcissist, because chances are, what the narcissist has to understand is that not all that glitters is gold, and many times people aren't who they say they are. So the narcissist, and the thing is, karma. You ever heard the saying that what goes around comes around, what goes up must come down? Well, that's true. That's very true. And especially the narcissist who discarded you, they thought that they discarded you for someone better. Chances are they didn't. They didn't find someone better than you. Why? Because you are a bright, shining, you are an amazing person. And a narcissist can't just go from you, an amazing person, to another amazing person just like that. It just doesn't happen. There's just no such thing. Why? Because love, it takes time. And I mentioned this in a comment in one of the videos I commented on recently, which is, lust is fast, love is slow. Write this down, guys. Lust is fast, love is slow. And what that means is that in order for the narcissist to move on to another person, they're lusting, and lusting is fast. Like when you're lusting after something or someone, it means that you're just trying to get a thrill. You're just going to that person just for the thrill of it, just because. That's what lust is. But then love, on the other hand, love takes time. Love isn't something that's rushed. You can't just be in love with the best person of your life tomorrow. It just doesn't happen. And I know that there's a lot of fairy tales. I know that there's a lot of people that may believe that. But unfortunately, I'm sorry to say that that's just not reality. It just doesn't happen, okay? So get this. The narcissist, they can't find somebody else who's going to be just like you, a great, loving person just like you did, how you gave it your all and more. The narcissist will never find anything like that. And if you're thinking to yourself, well, the narcissist, they look so happy with this new person. This person looks so attractive. Well, guys, listen to what I said in the beginning. In the beginning of this video, I said sometime in the beginning that not all that glitters is gold. Maybe that person found out that the narcissist, the narcissist that discarded you, that the narcissist is in fact a toxic person, and that now they've just left the person. The reason why the narcissist is doing this, guys, is to punish the victim, you, the empath. They're punishing you for being you. They're punishing you because the narcissist wants to show you that they are better off without you. And the truth is, nah. They're not better off without you. They can't do it without you. Then they will never find anyone else, because the narcissist's life already went sideways. The day that they discarded you, their life, I guarantee you, 100% their life went sideways as soon as they discarded you, because they then had regrets of the fact that they just threw away the best thing that they had, and that person was you, and they will never find anything like that. So yeah, that's who the new supply is. Or many times the new supply could also be a split image of the narcissist. So when I say that, let's say that your narcissist was a woman, or let's say that your narcissist was a man. So if your narcissist was a woman, they will find somebody who is also a woman. A lot of the times narcissists are bisexual. And I'm not trying to judge anyone out here. I'm just saying that a lot of the times they are. And a lot of the times they have a side piece or something like that, who they've been talking to, who's a split image of them. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's who the new supply is. That's most of the times what that's who they're replacing you with. But what I will say, guys, get this. I understand if the relationship ended recently. I can understand that you're still heartbroken. You're still trying to get over what happened. But what I need you guys to come to terms with is the fact that the narcissist never loved you. Once you can come to terms with the fact that they're empty people and they need something to fill them up, that's when the feelings will subside. That's when you'll understand that, yeah, the narcissist truly never loved me, and they never will love me, and they can't ever love me, because they're empty and there's nothing to them. And anything I do for the narcissist will never ever be enough. You will be trying to move mountains for somebody who truly does not care, who has nothing to them, no emotion. So I want you guys to understand that the narcissist, they cannot fall in love with you or anybody else. Even this new supply that they moved on to, they can't fall in love with that person either. And chances are, here's the good news. Here's the good news to soften the blow to you guys a bit. When the narcissist moves on to that new supply, I can guarantee you right now that the narcissist, they're gonna crumple up that the same things that the narcissist was doing, like in the love bomb stage, then the devaluation stage, then the discard. I can guarantee you the narcissist is doing that at a much faster rate with the new supply. Like a much faster rate, especially if you found out that the narcissist was actually a narcissist and you called them out on their bad behavior. Now they've been exposed. And what happens when they're exposed? They're exposed. And as a result, the next person, chances are, is going to figure out that that person is actually toxic. The narcissist, I mean, is toxic. Chances are, okay? So yeah, I want you guys to understand that, okay? And I understand that for different people, some people can't get over that someone could do them so dirty like that. I understand. I do understand, okay? I sympathize with you. I'm in your corner. I understand. I've been there. I know what it's like. But what we just have to face reality. We have to be able to face that the person never loved. And the truth is, guys, don't forget that if you've been through this, there's somebody out there for you that's going to be everything that you've ever asked for. And the truth is that you had to go through this relationship with the narcissist. You had to go through this. Now, I'm a Christian, you know what I mean? I'm a Seventh-day Adventist Christian. You know, I love Jesus, and, you know, I'm a Sabbath school teacher and all that. Like, I live a godly life and everything, okay? Think about this for a second. If a godly person like me got caught up with a narcissistic person like the ex-narcissist wife that I was with, if a godly person like me had to go through this and you went through this, doesn't that mean that you're not alone? Yeah, you're not alone. So you don't have to worry about what's going to happen, because you're not alone. Millions of people are going through this. And even while I'm creating this video right now, somebody is actually going through this right now. Someone's being discarded. Somebody's being manipulated. Someone's being gaslighted. Someone's being stonewalled. Somebody is being triangulated. Somebody is getting the smear campaign administered to other people about them. Yo, the narcissist is ruthless. All right, guys. So I just want to let you guys know that. And remember, guys, I want to make this clear. The narcissist, it does not have to be a romantic. I make this clear in some of my other videos as well, but I think it's fair to say that I need to make it clear in this one as well, that the narcissist, it doesn't have to be a romantic relationship, you know. It doesn't have to be a boyfriend or girlfriend. It doesn't have to be your spouse, a husband or a wife. It doesn't have to be your fiance. It doesn't have to be that. It can be your mom, it can be your dad, it can be your uncle, it can be your grandparents, your grandma or grandpa, it can be your brother, it can be your sister, it can be your colleague, it can be someone you've known for many, many years who you're just finding out is a toxic narcissist person. It could be somebody you've just met in a hobby group. It could be somebody you just met at a store. If you're going shopping and you met this guy or this gal and you find out they're a narcissist. It can be anybody. It can be someone you've met on you just met on the street. It can be anybody. The narcissist is everywhere, and they all play by the same playbook. They all do the same exact things. So guys, I wanted to make this video to, all my videos are made to encourage people, but this video is specifically to get you guys to understand that with the new supply and your replacement, you're not missing anything. So that's why we encourage you to go no contact with the narcissist. You have to go no contact. You can't know what because the truth is, if you're constantly looking at what the narcissist is doing, that's when you're going to set yourself back. You're not going to be able to move on with your life. And you're going to show the narcissist that you have not moved on if you do not block them. That's why we say you got to block these people. You got to get away from them. Because when you give them more of your time, it shows them that they still have power over you. It shows them that they can still control you. Even if they're not in the same vicinity as you, that they can still control you. That's why you need to get away from them. You shouldn't be anywhere near them. Okay, so that's why you need to go no contact. Once you find out that they are a narcissist, go no contact. Do not speak to them. Do not tell them where you are, what you're doing. They should know nothing about you. That's the point. All right, guys. So like I said, guys, I hope that you found this video helpful. I know that it may be difficult for some of you, triggering for some of you, especially if you find out that the new supply happens to be somebody who you've known for years. The narcissist, has been cheating on you with one of your friends, close friends. I know it's triggering, and I mean it sucks to say the least. But just know, guys, that the narcissist doesn't care about that person either, and that person's getting hammered with abuse at a much faster rate. And if that person happens to be a narcissist, the narcissist who discarded you is actually getting played. They're getting played. If that other person they're cheating on you with happens to be a narcissist, they're actually getting played. Because all narcissists play by the same playbook. And chances are, if your narcissist encounters another narcissist, that narcissist is going to be 10 times dangerous than your narcissist. I promise you guys, all right? All right, guys, so thank you so much for joining me here at Narcissism 101, Cracking the Code with me, Paul Wisdom. If you experience this, I'd appreciate if you can drop comments below. Let me know what your experiences are. I'm always trying to learn. I'm always trying to gain more knowledge on narcissism abuse. And I hope that you found this video helpful. Like I said, email me at paul.wisdom_03@hotmail.com if you have anything you want to add, or if you want to set up an appointment, if you want to talk to me. I can speak to you anytime you want. Send me a text at 647-406-3057 if you want. I'm more than happy to help you out with your situation. So I hope that you found this video helpful. Thank you, and I hope to see you on the next video.